This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Thursday, May 25th, 2023. I'm Gary Dick. Officials in Fort Wayne have broken ground on what the city calls the largest market rate single-family housing development on the city's southeast side in nearly 50 years. The developer of Roosevelt Reserves plans to invest $40 million on the project over the next 4 years, developing a 131-lot subdivision. The development will include single and two-story homes, and some lots have already been sold. The developer says homes will begin in the mid-$200,000 range. London-based Lightsource BP said Wednesday commercial operation of its 152-megawatt Bellflower solar farm in Henry and Rush counties has begun. The $170 million project expected to generate enough energy to power the equivalent of nearly 27,000 homes annually. Indianapolis-based VisionTech Angels has invested nearly $200,000 in Nuvox Pharma, a clinical-stage biotechnology company based in Tucson. Nuvox is developing what it calls a first-in-class oxygen therapeutic to treat life-threatening diseases. This is Indiana, and Hoosiers, by nature, pay attention to sports. So the Indianapolis Colts Kicking the Stigma campaign is shining a spotlight on mental health. An NFL franchise taking on the topic is not only a bellwether, but also a bridge to the science behind mental health stigma, which is being studied just 60 miles from the Colts' home field at Indiana University. Dr. Bernice Pesco-Solida is director of the Irsay Institute, a new $3 million effort aimed at shattering the stigma.
Institutes have always embraced graduate students and postdocs, but rarely do they include undergraduates. But we're stepping right in the middle of that because, these are our future leaders. These are our future leaders in business, in the financial world, in the medical world. And they need to know how to understand the research that we do and how to translate it from those scientific articles into real sustainable change in the community.
From the state's number one source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Indiana, it's time to get revved up. Inside Indiana Business is going racing. We'll be at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the month of May and take you inside the business of motorsports, from gasoline alley to high-tech race shops to small-town dirt tracks. We'll explore what fuels a billion-dollar industry in the state. Join the entire Inside Indiana Business team from the world's greatest race course for Business at the Brickyard, brought to you by Purdue University. It's checkered flag coverage you won't want to miss. A Kentucky man has been sentenced to 3.5 years in prison after pleading guilty to multiple charges related to a scheme to defraud his employer in Evansville. U.S. Attorney Zachary Meyer's office said Wednesday James Cox used his position as parts manager to sell the company's parts online without authorization. Anderson University has received a $250,000 planning grant from Indianapolis-based Lilly Endowment's College and Community Collaboration Initiative. The effort, the partners said Tuesday, will involve exploration of a variety of infrastructure and programming projects to enhance the neighborhood surrounding the university, and also complement planned developments to the east corridor of downtown Anderson. The Indiana State Bar Association has launched an online Indiana Pro Bono Academy to provide an entry point for Hoosier attorneys who want to do pro bono work. The academy is available on the ISBA website, featuring webinars and training, resources on malpractice insurance, and information about Indiana organizations to volunteer with. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.